Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Inappropriate Movie Database, the comedy game show about content warnings. I'm your host, Nick Martucci. Thank you so much for tuning into this. If this is your first time watching, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. This is episode 40. There's so much of this show. You should go back and watch some of it. We had a real fun one on Monday. For the first time I played the game, Josh Poirier came in and hosted. It was video games. That's episode 39. Watch that after this if you want to see me fail at playing my own game. That was a lot of fun. Thanks again to him. And if you're watching again, thanks for coming back. I'm so happy I get to keep making this. This is going to be a fun episode tonight. I'm so excited for this group of people. I'm going to bring them in right now, not waste too much time. Joining me tonight are Hal Griffin, LC, Liz Estey, and Tom Dexter. Hey, everybody.
Hi.
Hey.
Hi.
I'm gonna talk to somebody first. This is his first time on the show. My stepfather is here, Tom. Hey, Tom.
How you doing? Thank you for having me.
Thank you for doing it. Now, my mother was on the show for the first time a couple of weeks ago, with a real impressive 0 points at the end.
Okay.
She's in the background helping her husband out here. Is it safe to say your only goal tonight is to get more than 0 points?
My only goal is to get done in an hour and I can go to bed.
You asked me to be on this show.
I know.
You cornered me and said, "When is your next show? Put me on."
I didn't expect you to fall for it.
I did that too, Nick, and I also just want to go to bed. So
That's true. Let's move this on. LC is here, joining on the show again. Hey, welcome back.
Hey, thanks
They
for
have
having
been
me.
my wonderful co-host and scorekeeper for the last couple of live in-person shows.
Those are a whole lot of fun.
It's been amazing.
That's a barn burner.
Absolutely. I'm so happy you keep accepting that position.
Well, if you didn't pay so good, maybe I would have
That's true. It's the benefits. The benefits are amazing.
It's my inappropriate movie database healthcare.
Also returning to the show, it's been a while since she's been here. She's one of my favorites. Hal Griffin is here. Hey, Hal.
How's it going?
Good. I don't think I've seen you in like 20 episodes of this.
I have been back at the office, and
Oh, gross.
I know, it's disgusting. It's amazing how much a 40-hour work week really sucks up your work week.
I'm so happy you're back. I think you won the last episode you were on, so this is just you defending a title.
Thanks. I really need that $10, man. Oh, sorry.
I stopped giving out that prize, I think 30 episodes ago, so that's how long ago it's been since Hal's been on the show.
It's to pay my salary.
Finally coming back to the show is Liz Estey. Hey, Liz.
Hey.
Thanks
What's
so
up?
much. Now you were saying you've been catching up on Christmas movies.
Oh yeah, not good ones though. The
No.
horrible Christmas rom-coms. Last year, when like the holidays were not happening, my roommates and I got really into that scene. But I have to say it's an improvement for me because I used to watch them by myself, and that's like truly depressing. So I'm at least watching it with other people now, and I feel that it shows my growth as a person.
Well,
And I'm going to see Dune in the Omni Theater tomorrow, which is going to
that's
be
fun.
lit. I can't wait. I already saw it in normal IMAX. Now it's going to be immersive IMAX.
Perfect.
Just sand for days.
Well, thank you all again for being here. I don't want to waste too much time because Tom's going to fall asleep before the end of this. So here's what's going to happen tonight. I've gone to IMDb, the Internet Movie Database, and I have pulled parental warnings for a bunch of movies. These warnings are written by anonymous weirdos. I don't know who they are. or why they do what they do. I am continually thankful that they do because I am on episode 40 of this dumb show. What my friends here are going to try to do tonight is try to figure out what movie I am giving you parental warnings for. We got 12 movies to go through. I don't want to waste too much time. So unless there's anything else anybody wants to say before, I think we should get this game started. Hal, I'm going to start with you. Would you like a movie from 1975, 1992, or 2015?
1992, please.
1992. All right, first movie of the night from 1992. For 5 points, under the category of alcohol, drugs, and smoking, a man smokes a cigarette using a holder. Okay, for 4 points, under the category of sex and nudity, after a woman and a man fight, she sits on top of him and licks his face.
You don't do that, do you?
For 3 points, under the category of frightening and intense scenes, the entire film can be hard for some to watch due to its very grim nature, which includes unflinching darkness and uncompromising subject matter, an extremely nihilistic and unbelievably bleak storyline, plentiful shock value, scenes of graphic violence and gore, tons of disgusting and disturbing imagery, mature, disturbing thematic material, moral ambiguity, a constant feeling of relentless misery, dreary visuals, moody lighting, and an incredibly gloomy and depressing atmosphere.
I'm sorry, was that moody lightning or moody lighting?
Lighting.
Okay.
Please don't make me read all of that again.
No, that's why I asked specifically. That didn't help. I
guess that doesn't help. For 2 points under frightening and intense scenes, the setting of the city here is very grim, evil, and dark, unlike the previous adaptations. LC has a guess. Anybody else? What do you think, LC?
Oh, yeah. I think it's Batman Returns.
You think correctly. It is Batman Returns.
In that movie?
Made sense as soon as you said it. I have to say, props to you.
They've been grittily rebooting Batman my entire life.
The final clue in that, under frightening and intense scenes, during their meeting, one of the villains grabs one of the other villains' pet birds from its cage and puts it in her mouth. And he responds by holding an umbrella sword to the neck of one of her cats. LC.
I would not have gotten it by that one.
LC.
I was going to guess Basic Instinct.
Oh, yeah. Similar movie.
Oh, good.
LC, you got 2 points. Everybody else is at 0. You also get the next movie.
All right.
Would you like a movie from 2000, 2005, or 2019?
2005.
2005. This movie from 2005 for 5 points, under frightening and intense scenes, a man has nightmares about the pressures of being a father.
Sorry, what year is this again?
2005.
Gotta stay up all later.
For 4 points, under violence and gore, in a relatively short scene, soldiers are dismembered by 2 characters. No blood is shown and not very graphic.
What?
Liz has buzzed in. Anybody else? What do you think, Liz?
So Shot in the Dark, War of the Worlds, Tom Cruise version.
It is not War of the Worlds Tom Cruise version. LC, you have a guess. What do you think?
This is a man having a nightmare about the pressures of fatherhood.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, this is the great David Lynch's debut film, Eraserhead, from 1977.
You're right.
I'll
This
take my
movie from
points.
2005 is 1976's Eraserhead.
Yeah!
It
I
is
always get him on
not.
the trick questions.
For 3 points under violence and gore, a man is maimed in fire. He screams and squirms as his hair and skin burn off, and we later see his charred, living body being operated on. All right, for 2 points under violence and gore, for an extended period of time, 2 characters fight over lava. Both characters are nearly successful in killing the other in multiple instances during the fight. Liz has buzzed in. Elsie has buzzed in. Liz, what do you think?
Revenge of the Sith. I'm sorry, Star Wars, Revenge of the Sith.
Elsie, what do you think?
Oh God, if it's that, that's very funny. What was I thinking? Oh right, Shark Boy and Lava Girl in 3D.
It is not Shark Boy and Lava Girl in 3D. It is Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah.
Oh,
Tom,
why,
you asked for a Star
amazing.
Wars movie.
yeah, why don't you show me the poster?
Final clue in that, under frightening and intense themes, the film has a darker tone compared to its predecessors. This is by far the darkest film in the franchise and the prequel trilogy.
I don't know that I agree.
Yeah, that would not have given it away for me.
I mean, The Phantom Menace is like, it's got a weird tone. Like, there's a lot. I could write an essay about this. I won't.
Well, Liz, you're now in first place with 1. 3-way tie for second with 0 across the board.
Who's that?
Liz, would you like a movie from 1950, 1996, or 2008?
Whoa, 2008.
2008.
Oh, boy.
This movie from 2008, for 5 points under alcohol, drugs, and smoking, a man talks about how he isn't drunk enough to date a person. For 4 points under profanity, bitch is used throughout. At one point, a woman calls her girls dirty bitches. For 3 points under sex and nudity, the girls take pictures for a sexy calendar. Some of their costumes reveal a lot of skin and cleavage. In one photo, a girl is nude but mostly covered by a metal body brace. Part of her buttocks are seen. Another is nude from the waist down with a bush covering her crotch, an allusion to pubic hair. Liz has buzzed in. Anybody else? What do you think, Liz?
The House Bunny.
This is the House Bunny. You got it.
Oh my God, I can't believe it. Look, honestly, like, I know the internet had a whole celebrate Anna Faris after the weird Chris Pratt Instagram post, but like House Bunny is her like magnum opus. Like people should appreciate it more. It's underrated. It's like a subversively feminist comedy.
Yeah.
That's
Also
my
in-
pitch for House Bunny.
Also in the House Bunny under sex and nudity, in another scene, the main character emerges from the shower wearing only a towel around her waist, claiming that she likes to air dry. The sides of her breasts are shown. She removes her towel completely nude and her butt is visible. She also walks to the top of the stairs as another girl walks up them and stops. Her butt is shown. In this shot, we only see the other girl's head covering up her vagina. The girl then goes around her and she turns around and her butt is shown. Another girl is looking at her buttocks. And the main character refers to sisterly activities in the Playboy Mansion, such as painting each other's bodies and baking penis cookies.
I mean, yeah, bonding.
All right, Tom, would you like a movie from 1978, 1985, or 1999?
78.
78. This movie from 1978, for 5 points under alcohol, drugs, and smoking. A woman starts to light a cigarette, but a man tells her she shouldn't, so she stops. For 4 points under sex and nudity, a woman mentions a potential news story covering sex and drug orgies at a retirement home. Sex is mentioned as a topic for news stories several times afterwards.
Where the hell you get these answers?
For 3 points under sex and nudity, sexual tension between a man and a woman. She asks him about his bodily functions and starts a question with, "Do you?" but changes her mind and says, "Do you eat?" Hal has buzzed in. Anybody else? Hal, what do you think?
It's not Blade Runner, is it?
It is not Blade Runner.
Blade Runner is the 80s, I think. So
I thought it was 1978.
Blade Runner is 2049.
I feel like I see some collusion going on in Times Square. For 2 points, under frightening and intense scenes, the scene where the planet explodes may disturb some viewers. Hal has buzzed in again. Anybody else? What do you think, Hal?
Is it Superman?
This movie from 1978 is Superman.
oh, nicely done, Hal.
Thanks. Now only -1 point, right?
No, you redeemed yourself getting 1 point on that.
Oh, hell yeah.
I think Tom would like to end this game now.
Oh, John should get -10.
Uh-huh. I tried to rig it a little bit for you, and you still couldn't get it. Tom has a Superman tattoo. It's his favorite character. Liz, you're still in first place with 4. Hal at 1. Elsie and Tom tied at 0. Final clue in that, under frightening and intense scenes, the young hero races a speeding passenger train and playfully crosses the track at a road crossing a split second before the train reaches it. Well, a young viewer likely would know that he would not have been harmed if the train struck him. There was still tension that he could have caused a wreck if the train had hit his super strong body.
Yeah, Superman.
Hal, we're back up to you.
Huh.
Would you like a movie from 1970, 1984, or 2004?
Let's do 2004.
2004.
Yeah. The year I was born.
Oh, no. This movie from 2004 for 5 points under violence and gore. A bolt of lightning shatters a window and sends glass falling onto a crowd of people below.
Earthquake.
For 4 points under violence and gore. Again, under violence and gore, a woman's outfit squeaks and makes noises that sound like flatulence. Under violence and gore.
I really want to do a psychological profile on one of the writers of these.
For 3 points, under frightening and intense scenes, compared to the first film, it is more tame. Okay. For 2 points, under violence and gore, a dog pretends to be foaming at the mouth. Liz has buzzed in. Anybody else? What do you think, Liz? Wait, no, we're going to go to Hal first. Hal has gotten in there.
Oh, sorry. I was going to say Meet the Fockers.
Liz, what do you think?
Austin Powers Gold member?
It is not Austin Powers Gold member, and it is not Meet the Fockers.
Yeah.
All right, final clue for 1 point under violence and gore. A group searches a house for clues. A dog sniffs a pair of boxer shorts and puts them on his head. And a man puts his head in the cone and dust or smoke comes out. Liz, Hal, and Elsie have all buzzed in. Tom is watching you buzz in. Liz, what do you think?
Scooby-Doo 2.
Hal, what do you think?
Scooby-Doo 2.
Elsie?
Cosmo.
It is Scooby-Doo 2, Monsters Unleashed.
Okay, nobody would have gotten that because nobody saw that movie.
I did see that movie.
Oh,
What? In the theater?
No, recently.
That's somehow worse.
A lot longer after the fact. It's not terrible.
Ooh, Hal, who is your partner?
This is my enemy, Cosmo. He's literally the worst animal that ever existed. He's been ignoring me this entire time. And he's also letting me hold him like a baby.
Oh,
Don't fall for it. He's evil.
All
Literally
right.
spits in the face of God every single day.
Liz, you're still in the lead with 4. Hal and LC tied at 1. Tom at 0. LC, would you like a movie from 1988, 2001, or 2011?
2011, please.
2011. This movie from 2011 for 5 points under alcohol, drugs, and smoking. A woman tells another woman that she can get cocaine for a party. LC has buzzed in. Anybody else? What do you think, LC?
Bridesmaids.
That's the first 5-pointer of the night. This is Bridesmaids.
oh my God. I feel so dumb now. That's so impressive.
I
Also-
literally was like, what's a movie I can think of that came out in 2011? I was like, Bridesmaids came out
You
in
got the right
2011.
one. Just for fun, the other clues in that under violence and gore, a woman slams on her brakes to avoid hitting a porcupine crossing the road, and another car rams into the back of her car. Sex and nudity, a woman stands in front of a man and implies that they should have sex in an airplane bathroom. The man turns her down. Sex and nudity, a woman tells a group of women that she wants men's genitals in her face. And violence and gore, women vomit and soil themselves while dress shopping.
That's violence and gore.
It's as much violence and gore as an outfit that sounds like farts.
Yeah.
I had a friend, she walked out during that scene of that movie when we saw it together.
That seems fair.
That's the first movie we saw together.
That is my mother chiming in saying that it's the first movie she and Tom saw together.
Aw.
And your mother paid for it.
Uh-huh. Well, you're paying for it now.
You got that right.
Elsie, you've jumped to the lead at 6. Liz still at 4. Hal at 1. Tom at 0.
Come on, girls, help me.
Liz, would you like a movie from 2006, 2012, or 2020?
Oh my God. Let's do 2012.
2012. Oh, my computer just got weird. There we go.
Remember when 2012 was going to be the end of the world?
It was. We all died, and this has been hell.
Honestly, I believe it.
This movie from 2012 for 5 points under violence and gore. A man teaches a young woman how to kill with a knife and tells her, quote, "Don't pull it out until you see their soul." For 4 points under violence and gore, 2 fairies pop out of the chests of 2 birds. No blood. For 3 points under frightening and intense scenes, this isn't the sweet and colorful fairy tale that's depicted in other adaptations. This is a very dark, violent, moody story with a lot of death and mature themes. Hal has buzzed in. Anybody else? Liz has also buzzed in. Liz, what do you think?
Pan?
Pan? Hal, what do you think?
I'm going to say Alice in Wonderland, the Tim Burton version.
Tom, what do you think?
No way.
It is not Pan, and it is it's what did you say, Hal?
Alice in Wonderland.
It's not Alice in Wonderland. I know that you can't, but Tom, can you be more specific?
How many goddamn Snow Whites are there?
I can be more specific.
I mean, I
Huntsman?
have. It's as close as he's going to get to any answer tonight. I have to give it to him.
All right, how many points is that?
That is 3
Right.
points. This is Snow White and the
yeah.
Huntsman.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
The Huntsman.
That's what I said.
Snow White and the Huntsman, which my
I
friend
already
and I
said-
got
I already said
carded going to the movie theater to see Snow White and the Huntsman. It was a PG-13 film, and we were both over 18.
Was I close? I was close.
You were close.
Thank you.
Again, I wouldn't do that for most people, but I know that if I didn't give you the points for that, there would be problems.
Christmas is coming.
Elsie, you're still in the lead with 6. Liz and Tom at 3 each.
Yeah,
Hal
yeah.
at 0.
I'm going to bed now. I got 3.
All right, have a good night. It is your time to pick a movie, though.
Okay.
Would you like a movie from 1931, 1983, or 2003?
83.
83.
Hey.
This movie from 1983 for 5 points under profanity. Most of the language comes from the main character. LC has buzzed in. Anybody else? What do you think, LC? Hold on, Hal.
All right,
Hal's
I
got it.
keep doing that. I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. What do you think, Hal?
Scarface.
LC, what do you think?
E.T.
Which main character of E.T. does most of the profanity come from? It's not E.T.
Yeah, Nick, you know E.T. fuck home.
It is, however, the second 5-point clue of the night. It is Scarface.
Wow.
E.T. was a good guess. It was pretty close, I think.
1983, like.
The other clues for Scarface under frightening and intense scene, the entire last hour of the film is very intense and violent. Most of the violence isn't too bad, besides the chainsaw scene and shootout at the end of the movie, which are pretty graphic. Cocaine is snorted constantly throughout the film, and bags of it are seen as the main character is the leader of a drug cartel. And in the film's final and most action-packed scene, the main character's mansion gets attacked, leaving the bodyguards killed in the process, and a big bloody shootout ensues. The main character takes several hits during it, but doesn't die until he gets shot in the back with a shotgun. Elsie and Hal now tied in first place with 5 each. Liz and Tom tied in second with 3 each. We are flying through this game. We've got 4 movies left, 1 more go around, 1 for each of you. Hal, would you like a movie from 1980, 2007, or 2015?
2007. That was a good year for me. Let's do that.
That was the year I saw Knocked Up. Is this movie Knocked Up?
I'm gonna guess Knocked Up.
That's also the year I saw Knocked Up.
Oh my gosh.
That's the only year you can see it in a theater.
Yeah, but I have the ticket stub for Knocked Up right at my... That's just, that can't happen again. This movie from 2007, for 5 points under violence and gore, a man compares receiving a hug to being burned. For 4 points under profanity, 1 scatological term, crap, 2 mild anatomical terms, 4 sexual references, 5 mild obscenities, 1 exclamation, shut up, 1 religious profanity, name callings such as crazy, insane, nut, sick, klepto, baby, and 4 religious exclamations. For 3 points under violence and gore, a man says that a female doll's parents died when she was an infant. Liz has buzzed in. Anybody else? What do you think, Liz?
Annabelle?
It is not Annabelle. For 2 points under sex and nudity, a man tells another man about a pornographic website where the women are, quote, customizable, and refers to them as, quote, anatomically correct. Liz has buzzed in again. Anybody else? Liz, what do you think this... Oh, wait, no, LC has gotten in there. LC, what do you think?
Lars and the Real Girl?
Liz, what do you think?
Lars and the Real Girl.
It is Lars and the Real Girl.
Yeah, the famous Ryan Gosling gaining weight girl.
Remember the part
That's
was
really from 2007?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could have saw it like right after you saw Knocked Up.
I could have walked out and Knocked Up.
What a double feature that would be.
Final clue in that, under sex and nudity, the entire plot of the film revolves around a man buying a life-size sex doll as his companion. However, he does not buy it for sex, but he buys it to help him better connect with the world around him and form relationships.
Nice.
It's a real close game. We got 3 movies left. LC, you're in the lead with 7. Hal at 5. Liz at 4. Tom at 3. LC, would you like a movie from 1981, 1989, or 1998?
Oh, I gotta go 98.
98.
That's the year my brother was born.
Gross.
That's why I chose it.
All right, this movie from 1998, for 5 points under violence and gore. A character is burnt by a fiery explosion, but he survives and it's played for comedic effect. For 4 points, under frightening and intense scenes, one character is portrayed as a raging monster. The scene ends when he is accidentally hurt and starts crying. Liz has buzzed in. Anybody else? Elsie, are you getting in there?
Yeah.
All right. Liz, what do you think?
Godzilla.
What was that?
Godzilla?
It is not Godzilla.
God damn it.
For 3 points, under frightening and intense scenes, a character is forced down a chick's throat. Nothing graphic is shown, while wrangling and screaming in terror. See, everybody but, okay, everybody but Tom is buzzed in. Hal, what do you think?
Small Soldiers.
Liz, what do you think?
A Bug's Life?
Elsie, what do you think?
Toy Story.
It is not Toy Story, and
Crazy.
It is not Small Soldiers. This movie is A Bug's Life.
Oh my God, I can't believe I got it right.
I don't remember the vor in A Bug's Life. Oh, you know what? Yeah, I do. Okay. I forgot about that. Yeah, that scene was scary. I think I blocked that out.
Honestly, A Bug's Life traumatized me. I was definitely like, I don't know. My imagination was way too active to
That
see
movie's
this
about
film.
communism.
It's about bugs.
The other
See, the bugs represent people. How? They represent people.
People are bugs.
so why don't they call it A People's Life?
Yeah.
Oh, metaphor. It's the art of metaphor. Oh,
The other clues in this, under sex and nudity, one character is a ladybug who often plays in drag and is mistaken for being a female by 2 characters.
Oh my
This
God.
becomes a recurring joke throughout the movie.
That didn't age well.
And,
Yeah, that's like,
and under violence and gore, grasshoppers reveal that they will squish the ant queen.
Wasn't Kevin Spacey in that movie?
A lot of that movie did not age well.
yeah,
Kevin
seriously.
Spacey, yeah, he plays the grasshopper that like wants to squish the young main character bug.
yeah, AKA the ruling class.
We've
talking
got
about
2
Kevin
movies
Spacey.
left. Elsie and Liz, you're now tied for first place with 6 each. Hal right behind at 4. Tom could have gone to bed, but he still has 3. Liz, would
Yeah.
you like a movie from 1931, 1987, or 2010?
Oh, 2010. That's the year I cried in the movie theater. And I won't tell you what movie it was until after.
Maybe it's this movie.
Exactly.
Penultimate movie from 2010 for 5 points, under sex and nudity. Sloppy seconds are mentioned a few times. For 4 points, under alcohol, drugs, and smoking. A man says that dating a woman is like doing drugs. He then says that he doesn't do drugs unless she does drugs, and if she does, he does drugs all the time. Elsie and Hal have buzzed in. Elsie, what do you think? Wait, hold on. Liz has gotten in there. Liz, what do you think?
I'm probably wrong. No strings attached.
Elsie, what do you think?
Role models with Sean William Scott and someone else.
He is Sean William Scott is the lead of Role Models. Whatever happened to the other guy from it?
I don't remember who the other guy is.
Paul Rudd.
Oh, I had no idea then.
Hal, what do you think?
Easy A.
It is not Role Models or Easy A or No Strings Attached.
Ooh.
Well, at least were wrong together.
That's why I didn't answer.
No, you thought it was one of those, right?
Yeah, that's why I didn't put my name.
What's your
out.
favorite of those three movies?
Army Corps 8.
All right, 3 points under violence and gore. 2 characters play a Ninja Dance Revolution type arcade machine. A very brief image of a ninja kicking off another ninja's head with some blood and gore is flashed. Blink and you will miss it moment. Liz has buzzed in. Anybody else? Liz, what do you think?
Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
It is Scott Pilgrim versus the World. Which is the one you cried at, right?
No, no. Sadly, it was Thor. That's how depressed I was in 2010. I saw Thor, and when the Bifrost broke, it was a metaphor for my life.
Well, it's still anybody's game. Well, the final clues in that under sex and nudity, the band is named Sex Bob-omb, a reference to the Bob-ombs in Nintendo's Mario Brothers and Tom Jones's song. And violence and gore, stylized hyperkinetic action. When people are defeated, there is no blood since they become coins. All fights are comic with words like thud and kapow when someone hits a wall, etc. It's meant to resemble a comic or video game. Going into the final movie, Liz, you're at 8. LC, you're at 5. Hal and Tom, you are tied at 3.
Oh, good. I'm tired again.
Tom, you get to pick the final movie.
Okay.
A good one, Tom.
Would you like a movie from 1980, 1997, or 2003?
1980.
1980. Final movie of the night from 1980. For 5 points under frightening and intense scenes, some scenes are filmed in POV, first person point of view. For 4 points under frightening and intense scenes, dead bodies are shown in graphic detail. Hal has buzzed in. Anybody else? Hal, what do you think this is?
If this is wrong, I'm logging off right now. The Shining.
I'm gonna miss you, Hal. It's not The Shining.
Bye. Not The Shining.
That did come out in 1980.
Yes. And they show multiple
That's
dead
true.
bodies.
Dead bodies are shown in.
What
Yeah.
was and POV? It has POV. It has like Jack Nicholson doing that a lot.
Well, you've convinced me. It's The Shining.
Yes, thank you.
All right, for 3 points under violence and gore, a man lying in bed is graphically stabbed in the neck with an arrow from underneath the bed, and lots of blood gushes out.
Sorry. That kid play with the Indians.
For 2 points under frightening and intense scenes, a mysterious killer is in an isolated location.
That narrows it down.
It all applies to The Shining. How is this not The Shining?
I think the arrow.
Well,
is
there
not
was
the
a-
LC has buzzed in. Nobody else wants to give it a try.
I
What do you
tried
think,
it.
LC?
Friday the 13th.
It is Friday the 13th.
I never saw an arrow in that one.
Yeah, it goes through Kevin Bacon's neck.
Who's that?
No. I love it.
I think we looked at the old one.
Yeah.
Well,
I saw them before you guys were born, so it was still in black and white.
Then why didn't you guess?
I wanted the girls that win.
The final clue in Friday the 13th.
Emily isn't dead.
Under profanity, some goddams, hells, shits, dams, and God's name in vain. No F-bombs, which is unusual for an R-rated slasher. That was Friday the 13th. This was Inappropriate Movie Database. Our final scores tonight. In last place with 2 points is Hal, followed by Tom at 3, LC at 7, and Liz holding on to her lead at 8, making Liz the winner of the show tonight.
I lose. Wow.
I've never won this game before.
That's true. You've been on a bunch, and this is your first win.
Never give up, folks. You just gotta keep trying.
Well, that was a lot of fun. Thank you all. Before we go, if there's anything you want to promote or anywhere you want to be found or just any final words, Hal, I'll start with you.
I think that all those clues applied to The Shining. So
there are definitely F-bombs in The Shining.
Yeah. Here. I am posting my Instagram name. I'm on there a lot. Nope, I misspelled it. Guys, don't go there. I should have done this way earlier. Sorry.
Go see Hell I, Ma.
Hallie Emma. I post lots of pictures of Cosmo and nothing else, honestly. Check it out.
LC.
Keep on keeping on. Don't forget to hydrate. You are special and unique, and hang in there.
Wonderful.
That was just for Tom.
Liz.
My Instagram is at Liz Estey, and I post lots of baked goods there. And if you make friends with me, maybe I'll give you some. And my Twitter is also Liz Estey, and I post lots of anger and sadness there.
And Tom, I'll ask you, but I'm sure what the answer is.
I just want to say I enjoyed being on tonight, Nick. Girls, it was nice seeing you, and at least I didn't end up in last place. So I want to thank you for your support.
You're so welcome. I loved having you on the show, and I'm sorry, Mom, that I'm sure you're going to hear about this for the rest of the year.
Oh yeah, and if you have another show, do it around. Can you guys do it around 5, 6 o'clock at night?
All right.
Seconded.
All right.
All right. Well, once again, thank you so much to my guests, Hal Griffin, LC, Liz Estey, Tom Dexter. I'm Nick Martucci. You can find me online everywhere at Blundering Idiom. Find the show on Facebook, search Inappropriate Movie Database. Join the group. It's where I post about this, and it's where I book this show for the most part. So if you watch this, you want to be on it, reach out to me. I want to have you on it. Anybody can do it, even that guy. It's a lot of fun. If you don't use Facebook, you're smart. Reach out to me on any of the others. Also, I'm accepting pitches right now. If you want to host this show, if you think you can put together an episode, like I said, I played the game for the first time on Monday. I loved it. We're going to do another video game with Josh Poirier in December, so look for that. If you want to give this a try, please reach out. I would love to try to play this game, and I would love to reach 50 episodes without having to do all the work. So follow all that stuff, like, subscribe, come back to this channel that you're watching this on next Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern time, and tune in for another episode and go back and watch the other episodes and do all that stuff. And thank you for watching.
Okay. I just want to say, Nick, you sent a thing to my kids saying I wasn't going to get one answer right. I proved you wrong, so now you can come over for Thanksgiving.
All right. No, you proved your son wrong. He said you were going to be terrible.
Oh.
Thanks again. Good night.
Good night. Thank you.
All right. We are now off.